Welcome back to Let's Talk. Again, I hope you've been enjoying practicing being present in the moment and watching for when your mind tries to pull you out of the present moment into the thought stream of the future. I hope you've been able to experience the joy of simply living in the present rather than the anxiety of the future. So of course, like everything, this is going to take some practice, some continued commitment for you to really get its full benefit. But today, let's talk about the next step. Let's discuss another major pull on our minds that, again, takes us out of the present and into the past. I'd encourage you to take some time to examine how often you're thinking about the past and to recognize how this pulls you out of the enjoyment of being present in this moment, just like we talked about with the future. Even if you're fortunate and don't feel that you struggle with this, I'd still ask you to consider how well even that small amount of time you're doing this is really being spent. If, like most people though, you do spend a significant amount of time thinking about the past, I know this is a struggle. We ruminate, we think about things over and over again. From the significant, say your divorce, to the insignificant, like simply replaying an earlier conversation that just bothered you. Many of us lose track of how often we do this. We do it over and over again. Like many other situations, our amazing brains can play a trick on us. It tricks us into thinking that by ruminating, we'll somehow fix the problem, or solve it, heal from it, or even change it. Of course, all of which are very unlikely to happen, if not impossible. It's so easy to forget the simple truth: we cannot change the past. That's not to say that the past is irrelevant. Of course, there are many important therapeutic implications from our pasts. What I'm trying to focus on today, though, is not those purposeful, constructive times that we examine our past. What I'm focusing today on is the more frequent and even intrusive way that we get pulled out of our present and into our past, robbing us of the joy of the present moment. It should come as little surprise then that this can contribute towards depression. Many people find that when they examine this, they'll see a correlation with how often they ruminate on their past and their negative thoughts and moods. So, no matter how stuck you are, you can improve this. By practicing little baby steps, you can definitely do this. As always, we want to establish for ourselves some quick, small, achievable goals, which we can prove our success with, gain some confidence, and then build on them. You can start by simply becoming aware that you do it. After that, see if you can start to refocus on the present, focusing on your breath, your heartbeat, even for a few seconds. With practice, you'll be able to stop these negative thoughts in their tracks. Now, quick note here. The longer you've let those negative thoughts go, the harder they are to extinguish. They can really get entrenched. So, as you're practicing and getting experience with this, don't expect to simply refocus yourself out of a major depressive episode or a time of crisis or desperation. As always, we want to just try practicing this at a calm time. Perhaps when you wake up, the second any negative thoughts about the past creep in, just say, stop. Stop. You can even try focusing on an actual stop sign in your mind, just to fixate on something, to anchor your consciousness onto that stop sign, to keep that thought stream from taking you away. See if you can practice this today and make a plan for how you can continue to build these skills. So take care, leave a comment, of course, share with a friend, and let's talk.